Out of 20 applicants, one person stood out to take on the position as the new mayor of St. Augustine. St. Augustine leaders selected Tracy Upchurch to replace former Mayor Nancy Shaver, who resigned last week following a stroke. Upchurch is no stranger to the St. Augustine community. Our Lana Harris is in St. Johns County. She joins us now with the details on the new mayor.
This was a very quick meeting. It only took the commission about a half hour to hear public comments and unanimously decide, because they really had something very specific in mind they were looking for. They wanted someone with experience who could come in and hit the ground running, who really understood what all the job entails, particularly because Mayor Shaver was so active with the position, and of course a highly regarded and highly trusted community member who was good with communication. So they believe that Tracy Upchurch fit the bill. He was the only name even brought up amongst the commission. Upchurch was the mayor of St. Augustine back in the 90s and at one point served in the House of Representatives. Now, some community members did have an issue with how this process went down, namely because there were about 20 people on the list of consideration for mayor and no one knew who they were. The names were never released for input. We asked the commission why there wasn't more community involvement in this, and it really all came down to the 10-day time constraint they had to get this done.
This is a very unusual circumstance. There never was really a list. There was a group. There were just names that were suggested to reach out to that might be good candidates.
We received names as late as last night or this morning. This meeting was scheduled, what, Thursday, Friday? So there was definitely a time constraint.
Upchurch is expected to be sworn in later on this week, and he will serve the remainder of Shaver's term, which ends in December of 2020. Here in St. Augustine, I'm Lana Harris, First Coast News on your side.